So what to expect for this week crypto market outlook? Okay, should we see another pullback or another correction? Or should we see Bitcoin break the major support, which is 100,000? Or should we bottom out from here? Okay, so we have the rate cut done, which is last Wednesday. Okay, a 0.25% cut. But nonetheless, the crypto price continued to hit lower instead of going up. Okay, so as you know that the month of September is one of the worst performing month for crypto, so it's not a surprise. Okay, and we are already ending the month of September for now. So next week, right? Next Tuesday will be the final day for September. So are we going to see more volatility coming in for the crypto market? Should we see price pushing down even more further? Or we see an October movement or the Q4 rally? That's where everybody wants to look forward. Okay, so yeah, we can see the current market now. Okay, is currently uncertain at the crossroad at the moment. Then, of course, we're looking at many key important areas as well. Okay, short-term momentum oscillators are flashing sell warnings. Okay, so many things are showing sell-off. Especially many people are mentioning that the bull market top or the Bitcoin top is already here. And of course, short-term holders also are selling. Okay, short-term holders are also selling. Okay, right? So on chart, indicators show a split, right? Composite analysis from TradingView, okay, which aggregates a suite of the most popular technical indicators such as moving average, oscillators, and even highlights the current market indecision. Okay, so technical wise, you can see that it's looking for a strong sell. Okay, all right. You look at the oscillators showing sell, moving average showing strong buy. Overall, we can see it's still a buy. Okay, so if you feel that you do not know how to interpret this data, the best of all, you can always look at fear index. So when there's fear in the market, that's where you want to look for buying opportunity. Okay, so that is really a good indicator as well. Okay, so what are the key levels to watch? Very important. We are looking at what here? Support level at 107.7K. Okay, that will be your support zone. Then resistance will be around 117K.6, 117.6. That is a level to breach above, to reclaim its level. And then the continuous trend towards the upside again. Okay, so yeah, overall we can see derivatives trading market. Okay, hints at bullish hedging as well. So we know that there are a lot of traders as well. Okay, perpetual traders. They are looking forward to actually long. But nonetheless, I think end of this month also they do have a lot of options expiry. So option expiry also can cause a lot of uncertainty or volatility in the market. Okay, so this is a thing that you need to prepare yourself. Okay, so you can see open interest represents a total number of outstanding contracts. It's proxy for capital flowing in the market. So the more open interest that means the market is overheated. People having a lot of interest to gamble or to take additional risks to actually trade. So that is also considered not really a good sign with the open interest increase. Okay, so yeah, overall I can say this is a short-term pullback. Okay, anything that is down right now is a golden opportunity to accumulate. Okay, because this is the final month to actually buy. So if we look on here to altcoin, so altcoin season. Okay, so I think we look at the altcoin season index have already hit at the max at the top, but not all altcoins are actually outperforming. Only a certain coins, and we don't really feel the movement of momentum compared to the last two cycles. So what happened lately? Right, we have the BNB season, Binance Smart Chain, like Aster, Hemi, those coins or those DEX, perpetual DEX, are the only coins that are actually running. Very few, like less than 5, they're actually running and outperform against Bitcoin. Okay, so what to expect for Q4? Okay, very important. So you can see here. Okay, total 2 is hitting resistance. Ethereum dominance is fading, and speculative fraud in smaller altcoins is building. Okay, so again, the dominance very, very important. So if dominance goes up, that's where the alts will start to take a breather again. Okay, and then if you look here, a week left into Q4, the market circling back to early September levels again. And then now we are back to where now? Fear level. So this is where that you really want to look for buying opportunity. When there's fear in the market, that's where you want to buy. Okay, so Bitcoin is just 3% above its 108K monthly open. Okay, so yeah, I think overall we can see the market sentiment. Okay, I would say overall on the bigger time frame is bullish. Short term, this is just bearish. Short term loss. Okay, and then we look here, altcoin market falters while BTC holds ground. Okay, while Ethereum dominance on the sidelines, altcoin season index still top. So it went to 100 level here. Okay, reached at the top and then now it's down again, down below 75. Should we see another movement back up again? Okay, probably yes, by Q4. Continue again to rally and push above 75. And then to remain stagnant above here. That is what we want to see, something like this. Okay, why? Heavy capital rotated into alts. Okay, because why? A lot of heavy marketing for Ester. Ester is a perpetual DEX. I think that is heavily marketed by CZ, former Binance CEO. Okay, so he have heavy marketing on Ester, where he wants Ester to compete against Hyperliquid. So it's like a revenge trade thing. Can't able to bring down Hyperliquid, so that's where he's start to push for Ester, okay, to outperform against Hyperliquid. So you can see a lot of retail are actually buying Ester, okay, Ester token. So you can see the price continue to rally again. And then what happened? Pump didn't last. Okay, it's back down to 69, just 10% above the September open. Okay, so yeah, I think overall this is the summary of what to expect. And you can see some coins are making movement, some are not. And then of course we look at the dominance as well. Okay, dominance now I think will take one more drop for other outs to also continue to rally again. Okay, so yeah, not to forget, ETH against Bitcoin. Okay, ETH, I think most likely by Q4 will continue to outperform against BTC. So you'll see ETH against Bitcoin chart will continue to rally for Q4. Okay, and then what else? Some news here coming in from the FTX ex-founder, also known as Sam Bankman-Fried. So I think he have started to make a tweet on his Twitter account. Okay, and I think most likely it's creating the kind of bullish sentiment for FTT token. So it's a FTX exchange token actually. Okay, so the price went up. Okay, about 32% by just mentioning GM. Okay, so not sure whether is he out of prison yet, but I think most likely someone posts on his behalf. So most likely I think this could be another pump and dump as well for FTX. Okay, so yeah, all these are coming. So we're going to see what to expect later on for SBF. Okay, so probably I think FTX is still around, still continue. Okay, then people are also getting back their funds from the FTX exchange. Then another thing to take note is Ester, right? So Ester, I think a lot of hype lately. Okay, so I think currently trading somewhere around $2. Okay, so I think the low was somewhere around 40 cents. I think someone bought about 40 cents, 40. Okay, all right. So you can see Ester now is the headline maker now. Attention, grabbing all the attention right now from other alts at the moment. And I think Ester is under the Binance Smart Chain, under the BNB ecosystem. So that's why we can see BNB also hit a new all-time high. Okay, Binance Coin hit a new all-time high. Okay, then yeah, so yeah, we can see here the token which fuels the Ester decentralized exchange, also known as DEX, right, for perpetual on Binance. So Binance and Ester is actually related now. I think their partnership, I think they're going to onboard Ester into Binance. So which is quite heavy right now. I think CZ and is trying to bring Ester into Binance. So that's the game plan here. Okay, to bring more to growth and of course talking about total value locked TVL. Okay, so you want people to trade in the DEX. Okay, they want retail players to actually trade in Ester, continue to trade, continue to build volume. Okay, and of course locking their capital as well in this ecosystem. Okay, so we can see the total DEX volume have went up about 11B. Okay, you can see how much of market share be taken out from Hyperliquid, moving to Ester. Okay, so platform's website reports a staggering about 544B in accumulative trading volume only. Okay, more than 524,000 users So we can see, I think most likely some of them are from Hyperliquid, have jumped ship to Ester. So that's where the competition comes in. Because Ester versus Hyperliquid. Okay, so they are taking a huge market share against Hyperliquid. So very fierce competition. I think this is just starting. Okay, so let's see how Q4 is going to play out for Ester. Okay, because I think this recently launched, I think about 1 or 2 weeks ago. So we're going to see. Okay, and I think I would highly suggest you guys to buy this token. I think it's already at a all-time high at the moment. So everything is moving up at the moment. So we're going to wait for a pullback, cool down period for it to retrace again, consolidate, then that's where you want to start picking up. Okay, so that's Ester. Okay, then moving on next. Okay, so what's happening now with the on-chain analysis? So what we're seeing right now is we are witnessing this largest long liquidation, totaling about 1.6 billion of flush. Why? It's because of leverage trading. Okay, with altcoins taking the hit, massive hit. Okay, so many traders are getting their hands wrapped or liquidated. Okay, I believe the open interest also have skyrocketed. And of course, they are paying premium to actually leverage. Okay, then the Bitcoin altcoin cycle resets to Bitcoin season. That's where dominance, BTC dominance rise, or altcoins deleverage. Okay, so yeah, whenever the dominance, BTC dominance goes up, alts will beat this Bitcoin. And that's where we will see Bitcoin season yet again. Bitcoin is taking control over the crypto market. Okay, so a pause here may be the healthiest outcome. Why? It's because Bitcoin can be able to regain its strength again. Okay, taking charge again, and then once it consolidate, that's where Ethereum and the other big alts will continue. Okay, so that's the market condition at the moment. So I think I expect pullback all the way until end of this month. We're already 24th of September, so another like 6 more days left to end this month. So pay attention to those altcoins that you really want to buy, because I think it's still undervalued and it's still down, maybe about 80 to 90%. Because after that, on October onwards, that's where I think most likely market starts to continue to rally. So you don't want to wait until the market starts to rally and you want to jump in. Okay, final week is this week, then next week. Then if you are given another chance again, maybe max first week of October. After that, I think most likely will continue to go up. Then we see here. Okay, so talking about stable coins, what is really happening here, right? So we can see altcoins have not broken out when stable coins are removed from the calculation. So this is total 3. Okay, altcoins including the stable coins as well. So what do you see is that many people or many retail are observing that the altcoins are actually breaking out from this major resistance. But what we are saying is the opposite, right? So I see many sharing the total 3 chart, okay, screaming for altcoin season breakout. But what we are looking at is the total 3, ES. What is ES? Excluding stable coins, okay, which tells another story, okay, which means we have seen a stable coin breakout, not an altcoin breakout. Stable coin, which means USDT, USDC, and other stable coins. It's not an altcoin. So this is a thing that people don't understand. Overhead resistance of total 3 ES still has to be cleared. It's still going to act as resistance until it's done so. Okay, so yeah, I think most likely this one also has to break. Then, of course, looking at here, this could be how BTC dominance climbs over a few months at some point. Then once total 3 ES rejects from resistance, finally breaks through a little later. Okay, so this could be also a fake out. Okay, so we're going to see, okay, how is the market is going to play out for total 3, including the ES as well, stable coin. All people dump their stables to leverage higher for alts. Okay, so Q4 will be the game changer here. And we're getting the answer very, very soon once September ends. And then speaking of staying in the game, being patient. Okay, so I think a lot of people are being impatient lately with their altcoin holding, or probably they are not holding the right fundamental coins with utility. Okay, and then finally they cut loss or they sell at loss. Or probably you might see people are still holding from the last cycle token and maybe still hoping or probably given up. Okay, so again, this guy also give another indication here. Right? When it comes to investing, you play the cycles. If conditions haven't changed, what's the point of posting the same chart over again? Okay. All right. So patience is the game. Why need to overstress or overanalyze? Okay. And we can see most of the retail traders or people who entered the crypto market for the very first time for this year, this cycle alone. Okay. What they are doing is that they are not ready yet. Okay. And then they don't understand how investing, okay, in crypto. What they do is that they buy a coin and expect it to go immediately, which is happening to many. Okay, it could be your friends or relatives. So they put in the money, they expect maybe 10x, 100x within 24 hours, fly by night. Okay, so yeah, I think for this type of people, they need to educate themselves first, need to study. Okay, what is the use of cryptocurrency and blockchain before buying into all these type of coins like meme coins and many others as well. Okay, then if you are waiting for out season, euphoria for the peak of the cycle is fine. Okay, all right. So yeah, again, like I said, it's all about patience. If you have the patience, then good. Okay, instead of staring the chart 24/7. Okay, once you commit to the coin that you want to buy, it's better to focus on other things that is more important rather than crypto. Okay, so and then of course buy on spot rather than leverage. You don't want to leverage, especially when you're new here. Okay, so that's where leverage kills everyone, kills newbie as well, kills the retail, because they do not know what they're doing, they gamble. Okay, so investing is a passive game, a very slow and passive game. Okay, no daily actions required, which is very true. This crypto game is very simple. In order to make money, you just need to buy on spot and then just wait. Other than that, you don't have to do much. There's a time for buying and accumulating, there's a time to sell, there's time to harvest. Okay, but majority of the retail, what they normally do is that they need to trade every single day. They need to get their hands itchy. Because by doing that, they think that they are doing something. They are being productive. But actually, it's not. Okay? So by just buying on spot and chill, it's even much more better. Okay? All right. So hopefully you guys learn. It's not every day you need to trade. Just buy, hold, wait. Then when the time comes, that's where you want to harvest, take profits. Okay, so yeah, I think this is the thing that most people go through, OGs especially. Well-experienced players knows this well rather than paying leverage. Okay, so patience always wins. Okay, that's the game here. Okay, cycles take time, especially in a period as crazy as the one we are going through right now. Right? So yeah, this is the advice. Then of course, moving on next to Airdrop. So we can see Airdrop OG Labs. So for those of you who have been doing OG Labs, okay, so you might want to check or to claim your OG Labs token. Like for Young, I'm not sure whether you have already gotten this drop or have already submitted the form. Have they replied to you? Okay, so currently trading at 5.33. Then you need to do KYC as well, okay, in order for you to claim. Okay, so for now, the first phase is only about Discord rules, 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝘀𝘀. For those of you who are doing the 𝗧𝗂𝘀 task, then I think you should qualify for this. Okay, so at the moment for this, not much, maybe about 10 tokens, 5 to 10 for doing 𝗧𝗂𝘀 tasks. For those 𝗧𝗀𝘀𝘀𝘀s, they're getting a lot. I think some of them getting about minimum 1,000 tokens, up to 10K of tokens for UT Labs with a kind of price 5.33, right? So which is quite a lot by just doing that. Okay, so you want to claim, go here, go to enter, and then claim your drop here for OG Labs. Okay, and then next, looking at our Blast Network. So for those of you who have been doing this, okay, so you might want to check your Blast Airdrop, okay, like 𝗀𝗺𝗺𝗀𝘀, and then Young. Have you got your Blast Network drop? Let me see here. Okay, so this is the one that I got. Okay, you can paste it here. Already submit, no news yet. Yeah, that's the thing about this type of developers. If either they will entertain you or probably they won't bother, which is quite unprofessional. So you got to check your Blast Airdrop. Okay, if you have already claimed, that is good. Okay. All right. So yeah, like 𝗺𝗺𝗀, maybe you can check 𝗀, your Blast drop. I think they already started trading. I think somewhere around 0.06 cents. All-time high is about 10 cents. Okay, I think yesterday was 10 cents. Okay, and then next, you're gonna see her coming in from Rainbow Wallet. Okay, so Rainbow also most likely to confirm coming in on Q4. Not to forget that MetaMask and Rebby will be also dropping their token. So what you can do now, if you are always on your Rebby wallet or on your MetaMask, okay, especially like Gorilla and Yum, that's where you might want to transact. Continue to use the wallet. Okay, bridging, swap, okay, connect points, checkpoints, okay, because it is quite useful. And this will give you some leverage for this type of drop. Okay, for MetaMask, I think for those of you who are holding Linear token, I think automatically you will be qualifying for MetaMask drop. Okay, right, so that's the one. Right, so if you are new to Rainbow, you can still join, but I think it is already too late. Okay, now everyone is trying to rush to release their token. Because why? It is bullish, it is bull market, and retail likes all this. So one shot it will release. And then after the bull market, we're going to see whether or not will you continue to pull off or will you sell. Okay, so that's the thing. So focusing on MetaMask, Rebby, I think Rainbow is a bit too late. Q4. So if you run now, I think it could be a risk. Okay. Next, we're going to see here coming in from Recall, TGE. Again, I think 50% is loading right now. Most likely will be coming very, very soon for Recall. Okay, so there's some tasks left here. Work regularly. Okay, join the Fragments portal. So many things to do here. Total funding about 30 million. Okay, so yeah, I think this is the one that is going to drop as well. Then what else? We look at here, bull market peak indicator. So bull market peak indicator, what do you see now here? Okay, so 3% asking you to sell. Okay, so 3% asking you to sell. Okay, while right now 97%, still you can able to go. What is really happening now, you can see here, the ETF to BTC ratio have already hit 100%. So out of this indicator, 1 out of 30 have already hit. So what's next? Which one is coming next? You can see here. Now, 89% altcoin season index is about to hit. If it's above 75, that's where you're going to see. Okay, a trigger there. And dominance as well. Okay, so Bitcoin dominance goes to 65%, above 65. That's where you have to be very cautious as well. What else? Okay, 87%. Bitcoin long-term holder supply. So many things are hitting 100. Okay, so you have to be very watchful here. Already got 7%. And we're already ending the cycle by end of this year. Okay, so this is the indicator. Then we move on next with coin market cap. So we can see coin market cap 113.1 for BTC, Ethereum 4.1 at the moment. Gainers for today, what do we see here? Flare Network 11.3, Mutable X 10.5. Zcash is a privacy coin. I think from the last two cycles, still around 9.25%. Look at Esther, 2,524% the last 7 days, 1 week alone. Okay, so later we were going to see how Esther is doing. It's already 225. Again, we have Ether 671. Okay, then next, technical. So if you have any question, feel free to put it in the chat box. I'll answer it later on. Okay, so what do we see on dominance here? Monthly price break below the middle band. Okay, price break below the middle band. So candlestick change of direction from buy to sell. For dominance, already showing sign of weakness. So most likely it will come back up again, maybe to touch back here, 60.2 for heading down again. If not, then maybe you might want to see around this level here, 54.93. Look at weekly. Okay, so what's happening now on weekly? Momentum sell, pull back for the re-entry, sell. So this is a sell setup for dominance. So most likely maybe might get rejected here and then continue to go down again. So maybe this will retest here at 25.32. Look at daily. So daily is doing what? Consolidation down, consolidation pump, break above the middle band. Now it needs to break above the top, which is 58.83. Okay, so dominance will be up for the mid short term. Look at it against Bitcoin. Now, what do you see on it against Bitcoin? Okay, price, okay, close above the middle band for last month. This month we can see a pullback now is happening. So this pullback will give us around here, this level here to watch, 0.03143. Then on weekly, okay, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Trend is still uptrend till we see this level to get retested, 0.03226 or the middle band here, 0.03085. Okay, from this level here, maybe it might get tested. Then you're going to see whether or not can you able to consolidate and continue to go up. Okay, so that is a scenario there for it against Bitcoin. For now, it's still weakening. So all these levels might get tested here. This support zone, 0.0353. Okay, so on it against Bitcoin on H4, momentum sell, pullback, re-entry sell, and it's heading lower. Okay, it's weakening. Now we look on next with BTC. So what's happening now with BTC? Okay, this will be the resistance zone, 115.8. Looking on here, this level here, 102.6 will be the support zone. Okay, so we can see already a reversal candle, now a retest. So maybe you can say that the bull market is already top here. Okay, then on weekly, creating a lower high compared to the previous top. See, okay, until we continue to break higher or to close above here, 119.4. That will be the level to watch, break above. So far for now on weekly is still maintaining very well on the middle band here. Break, trying to retest, now it rebounded. Look at daily now. So daily also we can see candlestick change of direction from buy to sell. So the pullback most likely to give you around this level here on the re-entry sell at 114.1. Then on H4, here we can see what's happening now. Momentum sell, pullback to the re-entry sell, still below the middle band. So again, it needs to break above the middle band here, 113.3. Again, 113.3. Okay, so that's the level that needs to break for this week or for even within the 24 to 48 hours. And then ETH, okay, monthly now. So money is doing what? Okay, look here. This is the final boss resistance, rejected. Then your support will be right here, 3768. Then on weekly, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, getting up, higher, low. So next level will be right here, 4014. The 4K level will be crucial to maintain. If not, we might going to see all these levels get tested, 3768. Then of course the middle band as well, 3498. Okay. Then on daily, break below the middle band, candlestick change of direction from buy to sell. So far for now, it's still hovering at this critical support. Can it able to hold and break, continue to break higher, right? To retest back on this sell zone at 4314. If not, we might going to revisit all this level here, 4K, 3768, 3498. So moving on next with altcoins. We have a lot here to look into. Let's look into Ester first. Ester. Starting now with the BNB chain. It's running quite hot at the moment. Look at that. Launched on the 19th of September, last Friday. So it rallied all the way. Got 50 cents. Now it's already how much? 2.4 was the all-time high. And then it came back down to a low of 1.2. So your support will be here, 1.6, 1.66. Okay. Right. So H4, you can see here. Momentum, pullback, consolidation, break. So all these levels you got to draw. This level of support 1.97. If we take the Fibonacci, you can do this from this high all the way to this low. And where will be the pullback at? Here, 1.99 or $2. Okay, so that is your pullback area. If there's any chance for you to buy back Ester. Okay, so I think it's running quite hot lately. I might want to wait for this thing to cool down first before entering. Okay, right? I think this train will not stop, but eventually it will come for a pullback on the. Okay, right? So Esther is one. Then what else? I think there are a lot here. Look at Hemi. Hemi also just launched. Okay, Hemi USD. Oh, look at that. So it launched when? August. Hemi. All the way up. 29 August. And it's only up only. From how many cents here? 1 cent. Okay. Low was at 0.017. Okay. And what is the all-time high now? About 10x. From the lows here to the all-time high is at about 10 times. Okay, so 10 times, you can see this is the type of out season that you should be looking at. So this was the current support now. It's 0.063, or maybe here as well. You consider 0.096. Look at H4, momentum, pullback, momentum again, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. So it's like trending all the way up. There's no stopping this, but you have to be very careful here for Hemi. Okay, it's like a banana zone, they call it, a hockey stick going up. That's where it's quite dangerous. Okay, I believe we are already too late to actually enter, but waiting for a major correction or pullbacks for Hemi. Okay, and then we're going to look into BNB as well. So BNB also hit all-time high. Okay, so what's happening now? All-time high is at 1083 was the all-time high. Okay, for BNB. So yet again, they deliver. So even last cycle also, they went up. They breached 2021. Okay, right? So should we see more movement coming in, or should we see this top? We're gonna mark all this. 703 was a current support now. Then on weekly, what do you see? Okay, momentum, pullback, momentum again. Okay, right. So consider this 878 was your level now. Look at daily now, so we can see high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows. Okay, so yeah, I think overall we can see the setup is trending up on BNB. Everything is really bullish now. Okay, so for a pullback, where to buy, right? Where to enter again? Take from this high to this current low, and this your pullback will be given somewhere around 859 if you really want to enter for BNB. Golden ratio here, 859, 790. Okay, if you really want to enter. So far for now, overextended. Okay, maybe a breather, but I think time is running out. We're gonna see how is the end of month of September. But I think BNB chain is going to explode. That's the only thing. Okay, because of Esther and CZ as well. And it's really pushing hard for finance to succeed. Okay, is to really eating up all the market share against hyperliquid. So that could be another concern. Okay, then what else here? We see other derivatives platform like Drift Protocol. Okay, Drift is under Solana. Okay, so this one here, Tether, right? Drift Protocol or 81 cents. Most of the trading platform are actually up because of Esther and hyperliquid. A lot of people now are trading. Why? It's because of Airdrop as well. Okay, and then of course they are buying the token. So they see whatever DEX or trading platform token you were trying to buy. So that's the current narrative right now we're seeing. Trading platform altcoin season. Okay, and it's more shifting towards BNB. Okay, support zone here, 66 cents. Okay, then this is the final boss resistance here at 1.4. I think maybe Drift can able to deliver with Solana continue to rally with the out season. I think this will continue to go up. Now you can see it's starting to bottom. Now it's already breaking as momentum bar. Okay, so next will most likely will retest here at 1.1 for Drift. Okay, so next, last one. A lot of things to cover here. Then stick to mental, MNT here. Okay, mental. You can see here, W pattern, double bottom. Okay, This resistance also broke, now turning as support. And it went to an all-time high of how much? 1.9 was the all-time high. So retracement, where should you see? Golden ratio at 1.35. Okay, 1.35 will be a pullback. Then new price discovery will be where? 2.78 BNB for the golden ratio of mental. Okay, so mental, I think most likely got a lot of potential, already break all-time high. So some coins have real utility. You can see how potential it is for this kind of cycle. So not every coins will go up. So you have to be very careful and picky with your alts. Okay, look at weekly also, you can see nice W pattern break. Okay, you might want to consider on weekly. Okay, to draw all these levels here. Okay, because this was the last resistance to the spot 1.63, 1.42 for mental. Okay,